Alright, today we're going to do head maintenance. So every month you pick a head and you do maintenance. You lubricate it and you clean it up because I'm a spray adhesive shop, and you get lint and moisture and just messes with your brake plate. And you just make sure, use this thing 40 hours a week, multiple jobs, it's getting wear and tear. So I replaced a couple of these, I guess the head studs. When I got this press, I replaced one set. I'm going through every month, and I got these new ones. These are grade 8, and I'm putting these in and moving on. So I just want to show you real time. This is how we do this, and I want to do some lubrication. So lubrication this time, I was using a 3-in-1. Now I've gone to an e-bike oil. It's a wax chain. It's a chain wax, and zero friction. What happens? These are your knobs, and what happens when you compress and you're tightening this up, you're messing with your threads. That's one reason I went to grade 8. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up, because you got to pull these through this base plate. And this one's doing pretty well. I just got these in. I want to do this while I'm doing the maintenance on this one, and do some lubrication. And this, you can see, the head's not that bad from it's been a few months. Through here, so there's your plate. You're going to pull these spacers off. And I actually have additional spacers because the bolts that came with this press, these are 2 1/4 versus 2 1/2. So I'm adding another washer to this one. And going from there, I'm going to take this center bolt out. This is really quick. So there it is. So I'm not pulling the whole head apart this time. I don't need to do this in your monthly maintenance. You can see these heads aren't that bad. They don't have a lot of residue on them. I'm just going to pull the plate off. There you go. See, there's not much on there. So I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol. I'm not going to have to really do any degreaser this time. If I had more residue, like more spray adhesive around it, I would probably run the degreaser on it, then come back with rubbing alcohol. But for this case, I'm putting in new bolts, and they're going to do the lubrication. Get the underside of this, and that looks really well. So there we go. And ease the head up. I don't think that ratchet's strong enough torque to get these out. They're just in there snug. Just loosen them up. And you're going to hear when I pull this out, you'll hear it bog down. I can kind of see on this post the threads are kind of collapsing a little bit. I got some thread wear, and that's why you pull these out every month, because these have to go through this base plate, and you don't want to jack up those threads in the base plate. So get ready. You'll hear it bog down here in a minute. I'm surprised by that one. I can see the wear on this one. I can see the wear on that one. And let's do the second one just for over here. We'll get these put in. This is just going to keep your press running smooth. I have no registration issues with this press at all, and this is just normal maintenance for me. So put a little bit of oil in this one. We'll just get them started. You'll see how quick this goes. It doesn't take much time, and then I'll come back, and when I'm all done, I'll just do my basic lubrication. If you watch my do's and don'ts maintenance video, I kind of cover all that. We take this all the way down and bring it all the way back. And this is just what I do every month. I pick one. So I've got some screens going. I'm just like, I got time. Let's get this done. All right. Let's just goes through with ease. That's what you want. Head back down. Just going to throw our plate back on. Make sure my washers are in there. Let's go ahead and throw. So I always put on the very top a drop of this. That way it helps cascade that. You start threading it, gets in there. All right, this is pretty quick. I'm not going all the way down with it. Okay, then I'll switch over to a ratchet, and the ratchet, so it's like a snug, not, you know, this is very snug. I want to back this off about a quarter. It's just enough. You got your micros, you're moving, so you're nice and smooth. So while we're in that process, we're going to just start lubing these joints. Let's get. That's nice. Get that all lubed up. Do the same thing on the other side. When you do this off, it really, really helps your press out. Keeps it. It just makes it, you know, your setup easier. You're not fighting anything. Isn't that right, Trust? See, she'll tell you. That's nice and smooth. And then you've got these valleys of your knobs. You want to make sure you get that. Just, you know, just drop some in there. You don't do too much with it. And this press, it also has this friction plate at the bottom. And I can always already see the powder residue from, you know, hitting that plate, that friction area. So, you know, this helps out as well. So that's it. And then I'm going to throw on my washers that were on there before. And due to the space difference, I'm just throwing on another washer. And then I will set these guys on. Tight. Look how smooth it goes on. And just this simple maintenance, it keeps everything running smooth. It's just, there you go. That's all there is. You know, I got the tilt on this press, so maybe we'll just go ahead and throw some while we're here. I don't use it that much, but while we're here, might as well, you know, get that going. And get that all taken care of. But I just want to show you that. That is, you know, what you should do. That's how quick it is. I'm burning some screens, and I got time for this. So hopefully that was helpful. Check out the do's and don'ts video on maintenance, and it covers the whole process of tear down, cleaning up, and putting it back together. Thanks.